Out there, beyond the concrete jungles and the well-trodden paths, lies a world that defies imagination. It's a world of raw, untamed beauty, where nature has sculpted masterpieces of such staggering scale and bizarre design that they seem ripped from the pages of science fiction. These are the planet's hidden corners, the places whispered about in legends, where the very laws of what we think is possible are stretched to their breaking point. Survival here isn't just about finding food and water, it's about confronting the sheer, overwhelming power of the Earth itself. It's a call to the adventurer in all of us. This planet holds secrets in its deepest cracks and on its highest peaks, secrets that have been guarded for millennia. We're talking about landscapes so alien you'd swear you've landed on another world. It's a relentless environment, one that demands respect and pushes you to your absolute limits. The only way to truly understand these places is to immerse yourself in them, to feel the heat, breathe the air, and stand in awe of their majesty. This isn't a holiday, it's a test of will, a journey into the heart of the unknown. Forget everything you think you know about our world. We're about to peel back the layers of the familiar and dive headfirst into the extraordinary. Our first drop zone is Socotra Island, off the coast of Yemen. Cut off from the mainland for 6 million years, it's a living museum. The landscape is bizarre and otherworldly. Survival here means adapting to an environment where evolution has run wild. 1/3 of the plant life is found nowhere else, like the iconic dragon's blood tree. And the bizarre bottle trees, with their swollen trunks, store water to endure long droughts. It's a constant battle for survival that has been raging for millions of years. Locals believe the dragon's blood trees grew from the blood of a dragon. To understand Socotra, you have to understand its stories as well as its science. Socotra's wildlife is unique, evolved in isolation. While bats are the only native mammal, the island teems with unique reptiles and birds. The Socotra blue baboon tarantula is a reminder that even paradise has hidden dangers. Species like the Socotra starling and sunbird have adapted perfectly. Their calls echo through the landscape. The turquoise waters hide a rich marine ecosystem. Fishing and foraging here could mean survival, but the currents are treacherous. The Socotra people possess incredible environmental knowledge, passed down through generations. Learning from them is the ultimate survival tool. Our next location takes us to the Darvaza gas crater in Turkmenistan, known as the Door to Hell. As you approach, the heat hits you. Then comes the sound, a deep, continuous roar. This isn't a natural volcano, it's a catastrophic industrial accident that has created a portal to an inferno. Back in 1971, Soviet geologists were drilling for natural gas when their rig collapsed, and they decided to light it on fire, expecting it to burn out in a few weeks. That was over 50 years ago. The fire has never stopped burning. The ground trembles slightly beneath your feet, a constant reminder of the immense power being unleashed. Peering into the abyss, you can see thousands of individual flames. One wrong step could be your last. For the nomadic tribes of the Karakum Desert, this fiery spectacle is a gateway to the underworld. It's a stark, burning monument to a human miscalculation. The science behind the Door to Hell is a fascinating lesson in geology and chemistry. The crater sits atop one of the largest natural gas reserves in the world. The collapse exposed a massive pocket of methane, which is now continuously feeding the flames. It's a self-sustaining reaction on a colossal scale. The sheer amount of gas escaping means there is a virtually limitless supply of fuel, which is why extinguishing it is such a monumental challenge. It's a perfect and terrifying storm of geological conditions and human error. The ecosystem around the crater is just as fascinating. You'd think nothing could survive this close to such an inferno, but life is tenacious. Scientists have discovered extremophile bacteria thriving in the superheated soil at the crater's edge, organisms that have adapted to conditions that would be instantly lethal to almost anything else. It's a powerful lesson in resilience. Even in a place that looks like a vision of hell, life finds a way to cling on, adapting and evolving in the most extreme environments imaginable. Life always finds a way. Despite the danger, the crater has become a bizarre tourist attraction, drawing adventurers from all over the globe who want to witness this spectacle for themselves. Camping in the Karakum Desert, with the orange glow of the crater illuminating the night sky, is an unforgettable experience. The contrast between the cold desert night and the intense heat radiating from the pit is extraordinary. It creates a microclimate around the crater, a bubble of warmth in the vast, empty expanse of the desert. It is both a beacon and a warning. The future of the door to hell remains uncertain. The Turkmen government has, on several occasions, announced plans to finally extinguish the flames to prevent the waste of valuable natural gas resources and to protect the environment from the massive carbon emissions. But the technical challenge is immense. How do you cap a leak of this magnitude that has been burning for half a century? For now, the fire rages on, a constant burning testament to the untamable power of nature when unleashed by the hand of man. Our next drop zone is high in the Peruvian Andes. This is Vinicunca, the Rainbow Mountain. It's a brutal environment over 5,000 meters above sea level. The reward is a sight that defies belief, nature's untamed masterpiece. A canvas painted with stripes of turquoise, lavender, and gold. Recently revealed as glaciers retreated, it's a reminder of our changing planet. The colors are the mountain's bones. Each stripe tells a story millions of years in the making. To the local Quechua people, it's a sacred place, a spirit of the mountain, a powerful connection between man and nature. The journey to the summit is a relentless slog against the elements. The path is steep, the ground is loose scree, and the lack of oxygen plays tricks on your mind. This is where your mental fortitude is truly tested. Reaching the viewpoint, you're greeted by a panorama that hits you with the force of a physical blow. It's the entire Osengate mountain range laid out before you. You feel incredibly small in this vast, wild theater of nature. This is what it's all about, pushing yourself to the edge to witness moments of pure, unadulterated beauty that few will ever see. As the sun begins to set, the colors intensify, glowing with almost supernatural light. The mountain is beautiful, but it's also deadly. Leaving this place, you carry the memory of its raw power. Our next location takes us to the scorched plains of Tanzania, to Lake Natron. This hyper-saline alkaline lake is as deadly as it is beautiful. The blood-red color is a warning sign from nature. It's a bloom of salt-loving microorganisms and algae that thrive in these harsh conditions. This is one of the most inhospitable environments on Earth. It's an environment that preserves what it kills, creating a gallery of perfectly petrified creatures along its shoreline. Birds, bats, and other small animals that made a fatal mistake. But this hostile lake is the single most important breeding ground in the world for the lesser flamingo. It's a perfect example of nature's incredible ability to adapt and thrive in the most extreme conditions. Dominating the horizon to the south of the lake is Old Duino Lengai, which the Maasai people call the Mountain of God. This volcano is unique. It's the only one in the world that erupts nitrocarbonatite lava. The ash from this volcano is what feeds Lake Natron, constantly replenishing the minerals that make it so alkaline and so deadly. The Maasai people have a deep spiritual connection to both the lake and the volcano. They believe their god resides on the summit of Old Duino Lengai, and its eruptions are a powerful force in their cosmology. The landscape around Lake Natron is surreal and desolate, a place that strips you down to your most basic instincts. Lake Natron is a powerful reminder that the most beautiful places on Earth can also be the most unforgiving. Now for a journey to a place that time forgot. We're heading deep into the Amazon, to the border of Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana, to climb a giant, Mount Roraima. It's a tepui, a massive flat-topped table mountain with sheer cliffs on all sides. For centuries, these cliffs made it an impenetrable fortress, an island floating in the clouds. The local Pemon people believe it's the stump of a mighty tree that once held all the fruits and vegetables in the world. The climb to the top is a grueling, multi-day trek through dense rainforest. Then, you emerge from the jungle to face the cliff face itself. It feels like you're about to enter another world, a prehistoric land locked away from the passage of time. This incredible formation inspired Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's famous novel, The Lost World. The summit itself is a bizarre and alien landscape. The ecosystem on top of Roraima is utterly unique. Because of its extreme isolation over millions of years, a huge percentage of the plant and animal life found here exists nowhere else on Earth. It's a living laboratory of evolution. You'll find tiny black frogs that can't hop or swim and have evolved to live among the wet, black rocks. There are carnivorous pitcher plants that lure insects into their deadly traps, a clever adaptation to the nutrient-poor soil. Every living thing up here has a story of survival against the odds. The landscape feels ancient, primeval. The black rock is some of the oldest on the planet, dating back nearly 2 billion years. Walking across this plateau is like walking across the exposed bones of the Earth. There are valleys filled with quartz crystals that glitter in the sun, and natural rock formations that look like turtles, flying saucers, or faces. It's a surreal, disorienting, and profoundly beautiful place. You feel a deep sense of solitude and connection to the planet's ancient history. It's a truly spiritual experience. The Pemon legends add another layer of mystique to this incredible place. They see the Tepuis as the homes of the Mawari spirits and warn against climbing them without respect. They believe the constant clouds that veil the summits are the breath of these spirits. For them, Roraima is a sacred, powerful entity, not just a lump of rock. This indigenous wisdom is crucial for survival. They understand the mountain's rhythms, its dangers, and its secrets. Listening to their stories is to understand the soul of this lost world. Standing on the edge of the plateau, looking down at the endless sea of green jungle below, is a moment that will stay with you forever. You're on top of the world, on an island in the sky that has defied time. It's a testament to the raw, creative power of nature and a powerful reminder of how many wonders are still hidden in the remote corners of our planet. Roraima isn't just a destination, it's a journey back in time, a challenge to your limits, and an encounter with a world that shouldn't exist. Absolutely incredible. Leaving the sun-drenched peaks, we plunge deep underground. We're in Paris, descending into its dark underbelly, the catacombs. The air changes down here. It's cool, damp, and heavy with history. This labyrinth of tunnels was once a limestone quarry. Now it holds the bones of its former inhabitants. The network stretches for hundreds of kilometers, most of it unmapped. This is the ultimate survival challenge of the urban world. The city's forgotten history can become your tomb. The transformation from quarry to ossuary began in the late 18th century, when Paris faced a public health crisis. They decided to move the remains from the city's cemeteries into these abandoned quarries. Imagine the nightly processions of carts laden with bones. This wasn't just a dumping ground, it became a macabre work of art. The bones of over 6 million people were brought down here. The workers began arranging the skulls and femurs into intricate patterns and displays. It's a powerful, chilling reminder. This is where we all end up. In a place like this, surrounded by the silent remains of millions, your mind can play tricks on you. It's no wonder these tunnels are steeped in legend and folklore. Locals whisper stories of those who have ventured into the forbidden sections and never returned. One famous tale is of Philibert Asper, a doorkeeper who supposedly got lost searching for a hidden cache of liqueur. His body was found 11 years later, identified only by the keys hanging from his belt. During World War II, the French resistance used the tunnels to their advantage, establishing a command post under the noses of German forces. Even today, the forbidden parts attract cataphiles, urban adventurers who illegally enter to explore and create art. The risks are huge, but the allure of this hidden world is irresistible. It's a primal instinct to explore the unknown, even if it's right beneath our feet. From the darkness, we emerge into the blinding light of Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia. It's the world's largest salt flat, a surreal landscape of pure, crystalline salt. In the dry season, it's a vast white desert, but during the rainy season, it transforms into the world's largest natural mirror. The sky is perfectly reflected, creating an illusion of infinity. Navigating here is tricky. Landmarks disappear, and you can become disoriented. Your GPS becomes your lifeline. This landscape was formed by prehistoric lakes. The Salar sits on a massive reservoir of brine, rich in lithium. This place holds over half of the world's known lithium reserves. The sheer scale of this place is difficult to comprehend. Even in this vast emptiness, life finds a way. Dotted across the salt flat are several islands, the peaks of ancient volcanoes. The most famous is Isla Incahuasi, which means House of the Inca. It's a surreal sight, a hilly outpost covered in gigantic centuries-old cacti rising out of the endless white. For the local Aymara people, who have harvested salt from the Salar for generations, these islands are sacred places. They are salt miners, or saleros, who extract the salt using simple, traditional methods. They have also found another source of income: tourism. At night, with no light pollution, the sky is simply unbelievable. If there's water on the flat, the stars are reflected, and you feel like you're floating in the cosmos. In this vast, empty, silent place, you can hear your own heartbeat. Our next destination takes us to the wild heart of Patagonia. Here lies General Carrera Lake with its impossibly turquoise hue. The real treasure? The Cuevas de Marmol, the marble caves. Access is by boat only, a challenging journey due to fierce winds. These caves are a masterpiece of natural art, a swirling cathedral of marble. For over 6,000 years, the relentless waves have been sculpting the rock. The mineral-rich water has polished the walls, revealing incredible patterns. There are three main formations: the chapel, the cathedral, and the cave. Sunlight penetrates the turquoise water, creating an ethereal blue glow. The colors change constantly depending on the time of day and weather. Getting here requires commitment, but that's part of the appeal. It's a true wilderness experience, leaving a profound sense of discovery. The local communities around the lake have a deep connection to this place. For generations, they have lived by the rhythm of its waters and the moods of its weather. While there aren't specific ancient myths tied to the caves, a newer kind of folklore has emerged. The boatmen who guide visitors have their own stories. They talk about the caves having a spirit, a presence. They say the swirling patterns are not random, but maps of the heavens or faces of ancient spirits watching over the lake. It's their way of personifying this powerful natural wonder. The geology itself is fascinating. This isn't just any marble, it's a massive deposit, estimated to be over 5 billion tons. The peninsula is pure calcium carbonate. The different colors we see are the result of mineral impurities. The blue hues come from lazulite, the pinks from lepidolite. It's a geology lesson written in colossal, beautiful script. Understanding how these formations came to be only deepens your appreciation. It's a story of immense pressure, geological time, and the patient hand of erosion. A story still being written with every wave that crashes. Exploring the caves is an intimate experience. You're in a small boat, close enough to touch the smooth, cool walls. The sound is incredible. Water lapping against the hull, echoing off the marble in a way that's calming and slightly eerie. You navigate narrow passages and into open caverns, each revealing new patterns, new colors, new shapes. It's a sensory overload in the best possible way. You feel small and insignificant next to these ancient formations, and it's truly humbling. It's pure connection with the raw power of nature. This is a fragile environment. The increasing number of visitors poses a threat to the delicate balance. Boat wakes can accelerate erosion, and there's risk of pollution. Conservation efforts are underway to protect this unique site. It's a reminder that we have a responsibility to be guardians. We must move with respect, leaving no trace. The marble caves are a gift, a fragile masterpiece we are privileged to witness. A true survivor's mentality means not just conquering, but protecting too. We're plunging into the darkness, deep into the belly of the earth in New Zealand. This is the Waitomo glowworm caves, where survival means creating your own light. Down here, life illuminates the darkness. The undisputed kings are the tiny glowworms, Arachnocampa luminosa, the larval stage of a fungus gnat. Thousands upon thousands of them create a living constellation that mimics the night sky. Each point of light is a silent predator waiting in the dark. It's a reminder that even in inhospitable places, life creates something magical. It would feel like you've entered a realm of pure magic. That's the power of this environment. It connects you to something ancient. It's a humbling experience in their incredible self-illuminated kingdom. Let's examine this incredible survival strategy. How do these tiny creatures produce such brilliant light? It's bioluminescence, a chemical reaction inside their bodies like fireflies. An enzyme called luciferase acts on luciferin, creating light without heat. This light is a weapon. For the glowworm, this light is the difference between starvation and survival. Glowworms lower sticky silk threads like glistening fishing lines. The light attracts insects who fly into the traps. It's a brutal but brilliant tactic. The glowworm turns its body into a lure, its home into a hunting ground. The hungrier the larva, the brighter its light. When an insect gets tangled, the glowworm hauls up its catch. It's a silent, deadly, and effective process. You're witnessing a silent war for survival. Even in the most beautiful settings, the law of the wild still rules. This ecosystem is a masterclass in balance. Everything is connected. One small change could cause this spectacle to collapse. It's a lesson in how fragile these environments are. This defines the natural world. We're in a remote corner of Poland near Gryfino, stepping into a place that defies logic. This is the Crooked Forest, or Krzywy Las. Look closer. Something is deeply wrong here. About 400 pine trees grow with a bizarre 90-degree bend at their base, all curving sharply northward before sweeping back up. It's an unsettling sight. It feels unnatural. Walking through this forest is a disorienting experience. It's as if gravity was twisted. A strange force bent them as saplings but allowed them to recover. It's only this one isolated patch that holds this strange secret. It's a living question mark. The local legends are as twisted as the trees. These stories are born from a human need to explain the inexplicable. Sometimes nature just is. The curved trunks create strange shadows and a sense of unease. There are still corners of this world that defy our understanding. So what's the real story here? We have to look at the evidence. Let's focus on the cold, hard facts. One theory is human intervention. The trees were planted around 1930, manipulated as saplings to create curved wood. This compass timber was valued for boat hulls, furniture, or sleigh ribs. The uniform bends suggest a deliberate process, disrupted by World War II. Other explanations include unique gravitational pull or heavy snowfall. Ultimately, the crooked forest remains one of Europe's most baffling wonders. No one has the definitive answer. It's a survival mystery that ends with an even bigger question. From the alien landscapes of Socotra to the glowing abyss of Waitomo, we've journeyed to the very edges of the known world. We've seen fire erupt from the earth, mountains painted like a rainbow, and forests that defy the laws of nature. Each location is a testament to the raw power and unimaginable beauty of our planet. These are not just places on a map. They are living, breathing environments, each with its own story, its own dangers, and its own incredible lessons in survival. They remind us that there is always something new to discover, something that will challenge our perspective and ignite our spirit of adventure. These wonders are out there waiting. They are a call to the wild that exists in all of us. They push us to be bolder, to look deeper, and to never stop exploring. The world is filled with wonders far beyond our wildest imagination, hidden in deep caves, on remote islands, and in ancient forests. The question is not whether they exist, but whether you have the courage to seek them out, improvise, adapt, overcome. The skills you need for survival are the same ones you need to truly live. So get out there, embrace the unknown, and find your own adventure. The journey doesn't end here. This is just the beginning. Every corner of this planet holds a secret, every landscape a new challenge. We've only scratched the surface. The greatest adventures are the ones that are yet to be had, the mysteries that are yet to be solved. Our world is a vast, incredible, and often dangerous place, but it is the challenges that make the journey worthwhile. It's about pushing your limits, facing your fears, and coming out the other side stronger, wiser, and with a story to tell. The world is full of wonders. What will you explore next? Stay wild.